get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Focus! Focus! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it! All right, bounce it out! Come to the side! I see him! I see him!
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it! You got it! Come on, man! Yeah, we're there! Do it! Come on! Come in! Don't let him shoot that! Shot! Oh, that's all day, man!
Just like that.
And one! Ah! And one! Oh, and one! And one! Turn it up! Turn it up! Come on, man!
Keep it going.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. to the house.
Now we're rolling.
Give me that.
Let's go.
As you play NBA 2K20, we want to hear from you, so be sure to follow us on social media and share your experience. We're at NBA 2K_2KTV on all of our channels.
And we are thrilled to have Anthony Davis as our NBA 2K20 cover athlete. He held headlines all summer long, and we can't wait to see what he has in store this season. We caught up with him this summer. Let's take a look.
A lot going on here in the Queen City. There's Tryon Street in uptown Charlotte, home of the Hornets. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Hey, Dave.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range 3.
It sure is. Thanks, David. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. You look at Orlando. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Check it out, Charlotte, man. They've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. In at forward, it's Hachimura and Bertans. And it's Wagner in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Hornets, Monk and Batum, the wings. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Brown in at the point. What great athleticism with both these teams. I mean, every move so graceful, so skilled. I mean, majestic.
It is, Kevin. There's an explosiveness. There's this speed that is absolutely incredible to watch. Every possession up and down the floor could have the potential highlight reel.
Now, here's Bertans. Pass to Wagner. And here is Bertans. Pass to Wagner for 3. It's rebounded by Kidd-Gilchrist. Brown against Wall. Che kicks to Monk. Back to Che. Shot from free throw range. That one goes. Count it.
Well, there's more to basketball than threes and lay-ins. Che doing work in the mid-range there.
Takes a shot at the elbow, kept alive. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Count that bucket.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Outside, Beal. Some solid defense from Kidd-Gilchrist.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Batum finds Kidd-Gilchrist, and he gets it to go.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Here's Brown. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have 1 title to their name. The champs back at 78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
And the Wizards with possession, following the three-point attempt by Che. Here's Hachimura. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Some changes for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Biyombo. Williams comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Rozier in for Monk. Then for the Wizards, Mahinmi's checked in for Mo Wagner. Troy Brown comes in for Davis Bertans. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Now, here's Thomas. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. And it's Brown missing. And here's Charlotte. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And Che with the basket on the assist from Kid Gilchrist. 8 points for Che.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Thomas. And he converts the layup.
Well, Scott Brooks now in his 4th year as coach of the Wizards, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him so far in his tenure in the D.C. area. And think about it, guys, under the gun now because the GM who hired him was now let go.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Wizards, trailing by 10. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
Well, the numbers back up that assertion, Greg, no doubt about it. And sometimes it's about, hey, we've got to get on the glass and make sure they're feeling us all night long. They didn't do that. I mean, come on, jack that one in the face of some strong defense. You got to think twice about that next time.
And that one drops for him. And that's 10 points for Che.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Thomas inside. Rozier defending. Thomas's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Wizards trail by 12. To the middle. Here's Hachimura. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And 72%.
Group on the floor now for Charlotte. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mo Wagner's checked in for Mahinmi. Beal comes in for C.J. Miles. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Troy Brown. And John Wall subbed in for Smith. And Kid Gilchrist no good on that one. And Doris, for Brooks, he'll be doing what he can to get this team back in the playoff hunt.
And I think, Kevin, the area they must address is the defensive end of the floor. Listen, they have thrived offensively under Scotty Brooks. But this team, if you're going to get into the playoffs and thrive, you've got to be a quality defensive unit.
So on the floor for Washington, we've got Wagner. Thomas is out there with Wall. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Hachimura in at the power forward position. Here's Monk. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Monk's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hornets.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Thomas, 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Thomas, no good.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Friday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And when you look at that Pacers matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Free throw good, Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, we call this, Kevin, high IQ and good instincts for the game. And these things Willie relies on to succeed at this level.
Back to Wall. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Tipped away. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Marvin Williams is checked in for the Hornets. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wall. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And it's Brown missing. Pass to Wall. Back to Beal. Over Monk. No good with the wing jumper.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Bradley, the old say.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Shea really making a difference.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Monk and Batum, the wings. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Shea in at the 1 spot. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. Who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Hachimura, no good.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. There's the pass to Biyombo. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brown. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Well, zero hesitation from Shea right there. Rise and fire with authority.
Watch the screen.
All taking his time here. Over Monk. And again, Washington, no good.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Well, this is part of his rise to being an NBA player. Shea does such a good job of drawing contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he's good on the second. Rush, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. There, Tennis passes to Smith. That one, no good. Great D that time from Shea. Lost to Washington. 3-pointer. Washington with the rebound. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Outside, Beal. Off target with his 3.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Charlotte leading by 15. Brown with it, picked up by Brown. Shoots over Brown. Shea with the bucket. Shea's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, after all he's gone through, you have to think big nights are extra special for Shea.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
So for the Wizards, C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Mahinmi. And "12 seconds left in the third.
Who's watching him?
Now here's Wall. Outside Thomas. Lets the 3 fly. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Thomas got 5.
There is a reason John Wall's name is always at the top of the leaderboard in assists in the NBA. Understanding how to dissect a defense.
It's been all about Shea for the Charlotte Hornets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Wizards. At the forward spots, Miles and Hachimura. Thomas is out there with Wall, and it's Bertanissen at the pivot spot manning the middle. Wall against Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Wall, that's good.
Yeah, there's just such a grittiness, such a toughness to John Wall. Nice finish through contact.
Here's Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
That free throw missing.
I'll tell you guys, one thing I love about the NBA is the Summer League. Shea is a guy who used it as a launching pad in his career, and he's not the only one.
Wall finds Thomas. Back to Wall. Got it. Good job in the low post. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Here's Williams. Second chance shot. And Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in. And the Hornets lead by 15.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Boy, beautiful vision from one of the most athletic guards in the league. John Wall doing work.
And so Brown will bring it up for Charlotte. 17 points was their biggest margin. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the wide open shot from Miles. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Hornets leading by 11. Williams kicks to Monk. Over Thomas. Offensive rebound. Monk's shot's good.
And one of the more underrated elements of his game. This is a guy that's always in control. Love seeing him finish even with the contact.
Taken away by Williams. And it's Monk that time on the assist from Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got 3 assists in the game. Wizards trail by 15. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? How do you defend that?
Impossible.
Indeed. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. Or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Well, the speed and athleticism of Bradley Beal on display, streaking out for the early offense.
Wall against Brown. Charlotte moving the ball around. Monk, the pass to Brown. Over Wall. Here's Biyombo. He can't get that one to fall. And Washington the other way now. Beal, that's for 2. Batum grabs the miss.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Hachimura, the pass to Beal. And again, Washington with the triple.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league with big-time range, but he has continued to extend it out.
And the Hornets call time here. They're leading by 10. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jay.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. All with it. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jay, congratulations on the win. Now, what can you take away from this win that can help you guys the rest of the season?
Hey, DA, man, I love our energy and effort tonight, man. We have so much talent on this team, man, and it really comes down to how well we focus on what we want on the floor. And as long as we don't get up ahead of ourselves, we can be dangerous, and we are dangerous.
Yeah, y'all are definitely looking like the team nobody wants to play in the playoffs. Congratulations, guys.
All right, David, great job.
Hey, Jay, friendly reminder, we've got an earlier flight than normal tonight. Bus is going to leave on time, so make sure you're ready.
Okay, let me say hey to the fans first.
Another time, Jay.
Come on, seriously. One hey, that's it. Come on. What's up, man? Okay, like the shoes? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I got you. What's everyone do? Ranch barbecue, blue cheese.
Jay, what up?
3? Yeah. What's up, Don?
Hey, man. Good to
How
see
you doing? Good to see you too, man.
Good. Hey, look, I just booked you an interview on Hank and the Hornet.
Word?
Yeah.
Hey, Hank and the Hornet, man, that's dope. I love those guys.
Right? They're awesome.
Yeah.
Look, a couple of talking points I wanted to go over. Nothing big. Just, feel free to drop it into the conversation wherever it feels like natural.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
So, 3 things. First of all, you only wear Nikes, obviously. Second, we got the best tech in the business. Name them if you can remember them. Lunar Lawn Foam, Nike React Foam, Nike Air Zoom. But the most important thing is we're always innovating. And third, no matter what your style of play, Nike's got the shoe. I mean, come on, man, we're Nike, right? We got signature shoes, colorways. We've got the most variety because we're the best and the biggest. Sound good?
So I just drop that stuff in whenever I can?
As naturally as you can, whenever you can. Above all else, we just want you to be authentic, man. Just be yourself. You'll be great.
For sure. I'll see you later, Don.
All right.
Okay, we are now joined in studio by a very special
The
guest.
studio's buzzing here,
Exactly,
Hank.
it sure is. Yeah, you know him as the freshest face of your favorite basketball team, but around here we just call him Che. And Che, welcome into the show. It's great to have you here. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so you are essentially brand new, and you're pretty new to the league. What is it that you think is your favorite part about going pro so far?
Honestly, it's playing in front of the fans. You know, I've always been a big performance guy, so being in that arena with 20,000 people is wild, man, but I really love it. I really do.
Chef in the kitchen gonna cook.
Dude, you are crazy.
You don't even know the half of it, Che.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
So, Che, is there anything you're especially looking forward to in your first season as pro?
Yeah, you gonna buy a boat? A yacht. Gotta get that yacht.
I don't know about the yacht, brother.
Oh, come on, man. Have you ever taken a yacht around Miami? I mean, there is nothing better.
Hold on a second. For the record, Hornet has never been on a yacht in Miami, okay? Just so
Yeah,
you know.
true story. The doctor says that my imagination and reality can kind of get blurry
All right,
sometimes.
what about jet skis? Not the yacht, but jet skis. You know, I'm a Need for Speed guy.
Woo!
Okay.
Jet set and get wet. I
There
just
we
made
go.
that up. I
Yeah,
ad-libbed it like Young
He
Jeezy does
sure
in his rap
did,
songs.
man. Every day he does that. Okay, I'm told we have time for one more question. So, Che, who would you say are your basketball heroes?
Pretty much anyone who ever had their own Nike shoe.
Pretty big Nike fan, huh?
Hey, man, what can I say, man? Nike has a shoe for anyone. Whatever your style of play is, hey, Nike got you covered, baby.
And somewhere a PR person has just earned their wings.
Nah, hey, man, you know that came from the heart, you feel me?
Che, that's all the time we've got for you today, but thank you so much for joining us here, and good luck to you on the rest of your season.
Congrats on all the success, Jay.
Hey, man, Hank and Hornet, you guys are the best, man.
Oh, I love that. Cart that up. So next on Hank and the Hornet, we can taking your calls.
Ooh,
Stay
always
tuned.
a risky proposition, Hank.
Certainly is. But first, a word from our sponsors. You need some cash out of your house? How about a reverse mortgage? They can set you up at Walker & Associates.
Hey, look, I was house poor before I called them. Now, house rich.
Wow. It's one phone call that does it all. Walker & Associates will set you up with a little bit of money coming your way out of your house.
Yo, what's up, man? Great game. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Just like that. Keep it going. See you later. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Turn it up! Turn it up! get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.